Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole. Today's video is going to be a review and some comparisons of the Farmacy Feeling Good Hyaluronic Acid Plumping Serum. Let me start out this video with a little bit of a spoiler so you can determine if this video is for you or not. So basically, I've been using this for about 2 weeks. I'm only comfortable doing more of a review style after I've used a product more extensively. So at this point, I can say I do like this serum, but I also am not 100% sure that every single one of you watching this may need this product or even like certain attributes of it. I did receive this in PR, so I was able to test it a little bit before it went live for everyone. The other comparison products I did purchase with my own money. Anyway, it's going to be an honest review regardless. I've got some critiques, I've got some pros and cons, some things to talk about, but yes, overall, I do like it, and I think it's at a very reasonable price point. So what are we in for today? We're going to be talking about using this product, we're going to be talking about the ingredients and the research behind it, who it's for, and then the comparisons. Timestamps and links are in the description box below. And for those of you who do watch the entire video, just a quick chat here. First of all, do you believe me yet that I try to theme my appearance for the videos? And secondly, do you hate this top? I used to be heavily into fashion. I can't afford it now because makeup and skincare is expensive enough. But yeah, I used to be heavily into fashion. I saw this outfit pop up on my old favorite website, Black Milk Clothing. So they had a little top, the little skirt. I bought the whole thing. It wasn't cheap. It was not cheap. But I love bees, and I thought, oh my gosh, it's so darn cute. I have to own that. So first time I go to wear it, I have a bunch of people come up to me and say, I cannot handle looking at your outfit. I can't, it makes me so uncomfortable. So of course I'm leaping to conclusions over here. I'm like, I'm sorry. So that's how I learned that some people do not like honeycomb. How far does it go though? Can you handle like sequins on clothes? Can you handle cereal like Cheerios? I'm really perplexed by it because I don't have that, but I mean, it was not a small portion of people that objected to this outfit. Anyway, let's get into what you came here for. Let's talk about this Farmacy Feeling Good Serum. So first of all, I think it's so fascinating that Farmacy is selling this as a hyaluronic acid plumping serum. And I know some of you understand my logic on this. Hyaluronic acid in the skincare bubble that is YouTube is old news, right? We're so tired of hyaluronic acid at this point that we've managed to make it only 3 syllables. Hyaluronic acid again, let's move on. But I think that's that disconnect between, heavily being into a community and the perception of the rest of the world. Because I see these TV commercials all the time. There was this commercial on not long ago that was saying, introducing hyaluronic acid. This is a couple of months ago. I'm thinking, introducing? So that's the thing, this is old news for some of us until you look a little deeper. It is so much more than just a hyaluronic acid serum that's why I was initially really confused as to why they would call it that. When you look at the ingredients list on this, it is loaded with plant extracts, and specifically plant extracts that are antimicrobial, antibacterial, even antifungal. Combine that with obviously Farmacy's thing of honey, propolis, royal jelly, ingredients that can have anti-aging properties and are wonderful for healing. It almost reads much more like a Korean beauty serum, which is heavily trending. So I think it's actually fascinating that what Farmacy has done here is come out with a product that appeals to those of us who have been into skincare for a while with all of those exciting ingredients, and then also people who are new to skincare who saw in a TV commercial that hyaluronic acid is kind of nifty. So let's take a look at what Farmacy claims this serum does. So on their website, they say it is a powerful skin plumping serum and wrinkle filler. This microfilling formula is packed with next generation hyaluronic acid technology. Did I just do it? Did I say hyaluronic? To hydrate skin, vegan collagen peptides, smooth fine lines instantly, For each bottle sold, we will donate 5 meals to Feeding America. That's a lot. There's a lot going on. They go on to describe why this $44 serum is special. Next generation technology, different molecular weights of hyaluronic acid, which is kind of interesting because there's only 2 forms of hyaluronic acid actually in this product. The standard hyaluronic and then sodium hyaluronate, which is the salt form. Instantly smooths fine lines. This was very interesting to me. They say a face wrinkle filler like no other, aside from, I assume, I don't know how filler works. Oh, I'm over here pipetting, not, okay, don't listen to me on that. Encapsulated thyme extract was found to visibly reduce smile lines and crow's feet after just 60 days in a clinical study. This is what was so confusing to me. First of all, citation needed. Can we please all give citations if we're going to quote studies? It is so much more helpful. But anyway, I have never heard of this before. Thyme is known for having antibacterial and even antifungal properties, but not as a plumping ingredient. But lo and behold, I actually did find a study that came out in the year 2020 on thyme. Well, kind of on thyme, it's actually on a patented ingredient. Of course, I'll have this linked in the description box below as well. But yeah, they actually did see an effect on wrinkles, on crow's feet. Something I always try to stress with finding, 1 or 2 scientific studies on an ingredient is that at that point, you're kind of in a pilot study mode. You haven't yet, replicated the results over and over again, which is where we come up with gold standard ingredients. You have to keep replicating those results, because it's always possible for some other variable to have inadvertently come in and affected your results. But nonetheless, it is exciting to see some potential. It's just not necessarily at the point where I would say throw your retinol away. Potent vegan collagen, firms and restores, paraben-free, formaldehyde donor-free, synthetic fragrance-free, phthalate-free, mineral oil-free, and cruelty-free. And then if you go on, they have a proven results section, which I kind of object to. I kind of object to this. Based on instrumental clinical testing, Feeling Good showed 100% improvement in skin hydration after just 1 use? So you did a first impression study? Why? Why would you do that? 95% felt the product made skin feel smoother and softer. That's what humectants do. 87% felt the product helped replenish and condition the skin. By the way, this means that the people who tried this once were then given a survey to fill out and tick the boxes that they agreed with. So 87% said it conditioned the skin, and 13% of people probably went, what is conditioning the skin? And then 95% felt the product absorbed easily into the skin. Okay, let's talk about the rest of the ingredients before I get into my own results. So as far as some of the other ingredients in here that I do find exciting, I'll make sure to put this up on the screen for you. So first of all, we have a prebiotic. We have that thyme ingredient quite high in the ingredients list. That is antioxidant, antiseptic, antimicrobial, immunomodulatory, anti-inflammatory, and may even help against UVA or UVB damage. We have honey and propolis, which I talk about all the time because they are anti-inflammatory, and that means a lot to me as somebody with acne-prone skin. Also, antibacterial, antioxidant. Royal jelly, which is another very intriguing ingredient and exciting to see in skincare. It is antibiotic as well, anti-inflammatory, potentially anti-aging, and even potentially anti-allergenic. Now, I have a real tendency to focus on ingredients that are towards the beginning of the INCI, and this is because, in general, those should be at a much higher percentage. Of course, we do have some issues finding the 1% line and all of that, plus the fact that some ingredients are very effective at low concentrations, but that's just how my brain works. So to run through a few more really quickly here, we have turmeric as well, which is another ingredient I really like. It's another anti-inflammatory ingredient. We have neem, basil, holy basil, wild chamomile. But then also towards the end of the list, we have bitter orange and we have aroma, which is another word for fragrance. So of course, this product will not be for everybody, and by the way, anytime you're talking about plant ingredients, of course, those can invoke allergies in some people. But taken together, this ingredients list, to me, reads like a great formula for a lot of different purposes, not just plumping, as they say on the box, but with all of those antibacterial ingredients and anti-inflammatory ingredients, it could be potentially wonderful for acne-prone skin like my own, as long as you're not allergic to those ingredients. But getting into my own experience with this, I do like the texture. It's a little bit gloopier of a serum, as hopefully you can see there. But it spreads really nicely. It doesn't, in spite of being a little tackier, it doesn't feel too sticky on, and it does absorb quickly into your skin. The catch here is the smell. I know I talked about this in my new in skincare video, but it's such a strong royal jelly smell to my nose. A smell that I think some amount of people will not be able to stand. Royal jelly is a very particular smell. So what I really think would be smart of Farmacy to do is to start making some foil samples of this so people can get it with their Sephora orders and determine if the smell is going to be too much for them or not. Because the other tricky part of this, it kind of lingers. It does linger. Again, it's not a bad smell to me. It actually smells very health food store to me, of course. But I'll tell you, your skin feels so silky after using this, so silky. That's why I truly think on that question, does it condition your skin? I truly think people didn't know how to define that, because it absolutely conditions your skin, in my opinion. So that's all great that it takes one use for your skin to feel like you've applied a nice quality serum, but what about long-term results, right? To be completely honest with you, I don't think this did anything more for my skin than other products in combination have done for my skin. And before that sounds like just a negative statement, in some ways that's a good thing, because I can't directly compare one product to any other single product in my routine. Instead, I have to pull out two to compare to this. So it is nice in that this is a one and done type of product. But nonetheless, when we get into that question of, but do you really need it? I genuinely think that if you already have a nice hyaluronic serum that you're already using, and you have some potentially Korean beauty products, you may not really get too much more from this product. At least in my opinion. So let me share with you what I feel compares to this. So first of all, one of you asked about the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Refining Serum. There's actually really only one ingredient in common, aside from a preservative that they both share, and of course water. They only have in common that salt form of hyaluronic, potentially also the hydrolyzed hyaluronic. The Peach and Lily is a completely clear serum, but a bit similar actually in the consistency, in that it does absorb really well into your skin and leave your skin feeling very conditioned. But after going through all of the serums in my collection, and if you're new to this channel, serum is my favorite category, so I had a lot to go through, I managed to find a product that has 8 ingredients in common. And that's the beauty of Joseon Glow Serum. Of course it is. This is such a wonderful reparative serum. I love the Beauty of Joseon brand anyway, and it's super affordable. And let's go over everything that these two have in common. So they both have propolis, glycerin, your humectant, water of course, your preservative, neem in both the flower and the leaf form, that salt form of hyaluronic, turmeric, and then holy basil. I do feel you can almost see the similarities in these just from the color and the texture that both of them have, but again, one of the biggest differences with the Beauty of Joseon serum is that it is at least half the price in general. You can even find better deals on that. So basically, I think if you have a serum like this, or you have this specific one, and you have another hyaluronic serum, which could be something from the Anki list, from the Ordinary, what have you, I think you're going to have very similar results using those together. One thing that is different in the Feeling Good serum is that it does not contain niacinamide, and I actually think that was pretty smart. I've noticed more and more people are reacting to niacinamide, potentially not niacinamide itself, but to those higher percentages, just because, you know, you can have too much of a good thing, and I truly suspect that's been going on. So it's actually nice to find a serum that doesn't add even more niacinamide into your routine. Would you all be interested in a series of products that don't contain X? That's something I've really been thinking about. Products that don't contain hyaluronic, products that don't contain niacinamide. Let me know. I really didn't want to make a long video, and I feel like this is still longer than I wanted it to be, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video here. But as always, please feel free to leave any thoughts in the comments section below. Ask me any questions. I do apologize in advance if I'm a little slower in replying at the moment. I will try though, because the Sephora VIB sale does open up to VIB starting tomorrow for that 15% off, so I will try my hardest to make sure to answer questions before the sale goes live. But that's it. That's all I have for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did find this video helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.